Welcome back, everybody, to the NBA 2K25 MyNBA expansion series with the Mexico City Aztecs. Today, we embark and begin on the much-anticipated fourth season in this franchise. We will see John Cobb enter his third year now as a two-way scoring phenom. We'll see new signing Jarris Walker at power forward. We'll see Connect and David Dennis both return alongside James Wiseman and, of course, Max Christie. But the biggest moment, the biggest thing leading into this game is the fact that we're going to see the first overall pick, Kylan Moore, make his NBA debut, and so will the 12th overall pick, Dylan Young. These two guys were both lottery selections. We got lucky with where we took them, and now we have a chance to see what they can really do on the court in a real NBA game at home on opening night. I have added 3 new cutter plays to our playbook in place of a couple of post-up highs and a couple of mid-range plays and handoffs. So now we have 3 plays to work with, and 3 out of these 4 involve getting Dylan Young cutting towards the rim because of his breakaway speed and speed with the ball. I feel like having him cut towards the rim is going to be a big part of the offense, especially when he's on the court. And as one final housekeeping move, I did force the Rockets to clear out their logjam at center by trading away Alperen Şengün. They sent Şengün plus a 2032 second-round pick to Toronto in exchange for a first-round pick this year, Emmanuel Quickley, and 2 future first-round picks with a trade exception. This way, Frank Bauer and their second overall selection, Dion Houston, both get ample playing time at the 5 spot. And lastly, I have finalized our away uniforms. We have the red and white trim on the neck, shoulders, and shorts. We have the waistband fully red and a slight little stripe design on the shorts as well. I think these look the best out of all the options. We're going to see these in action maybe in a couple of episodes. But today we open our 4th year against the San Antonio Spurs. They're one of the best teams in the league because they have Victor Wembanyama, one of the first overall picks, a generational first-round pick a couple years ago. They've also got Stephon Castle, who has grown to an 86 overall. He will play shooting guard for the most part for the Spurs, alongside D'Angelo Russell, Keldon Johnson, and Douglas Farrell. They've got a really good bench in Malachi Branham, Jalen Duren, Devin Vassell, Vucevic, and Josh Green, the former Aztec. They were a playoff team last year, so should be a really good test for us to see where this team's going to start this year at. Now, we did blow out Chicago in our last opening night game and then proceeded to stink it up the rest of the year. We'll see if this game actually will give us an idea of where this year might be going to, start things out, but we just don't want to overreact too much to this first game. But nonetheless, I am very excited. But here we go. Opening night here in Mexico City. Year 4 begins right now. John Cobb, now the highest overall player on the squad. Can he lead us to a 1-0 record to begin this new season? And year 4 is officially underway as Wembanyama wins the tip. Here we go. We got David Dennis, John Cobb, Connect, Kylan Moore, the first overall pick, and Mark Williams in the starting 5 to open this new year as Moore pulls down his first NBA rebounds. First shot of the year comes from Kylan Moore, up and in! His first NBA bucket comes on the opening play for the offense. The assist comes from John Cobb. Open 3, Douglas Farrell off the mark, and the Spurs start 0 for 2 from downtown. Good pass. Cobb's first shot's off the mark, but it's a good look. Shot clock counting down for San Antonio as Keldon Johnson pulls the trigger. Wembanyama pulls down the offensive rebound, but so far they cannot stick a 3. 0 for 4 now from downtown. Cobb leaves it for Dennis. Shot clock under 5. Gotta find something. He pulls up and nails it. David Dennis on the board here. Looking for him to be a much improved shooter after he shot about, 40% or just below that to close his first season as the Aztecs lead 4-0, and Wembanyama gets on the board to open the scoring for the Spurs. Moore leaves it for Cobb. From the elbow, the shot won't go as Wemby pulls down the rebound. Russell attacks the basket and lays it in for 2 to tie things up. Screen set by Williams. Dennis behind the arc. He's got 5 points and a perfect shooting start. On forward inside. Here's Wemby working against Mark Williams. Guarded pretty well so far. He will throw up a shot. No good. And Williams comes flying in to pull down the miss. Working against Stefan Castle. Cobb has to make something happen here as the clock's winding down. His 3 won't go, but he was fouled on the shot. That pump fake fooled Castle, and Cobb has his first points in his 3rd season. Second free throw up and good. I guess his foot was on the line perhaps, but the Aztecs lead by 5. Dump down low. Williams recovers, but Wemby puts it back in off the tip. Off-ball movements. David Dennis comes back for the handoff. Downhill, spinning. Back to Kylan Moore. Open jump shot. Rattles out. Nearly stolen by Moore, and now a free path for 2 for Stefan Castle's first points. Mark Williams with the pick. Connects behind the arc. Can't drain it. Stepping back over Williams. Left it short. Did Wembanyama. Dennis finds space. A foot inside the arc. His first miss. Downhill. Russell. High off the glass. Nice soft touch. And the Spurs jump in front by 1. Dylan Young checks in for the Aztecs as John Cobb goes right up against Wembanyama and draws his first foul. The second against San Antonio. None so far in Mexico City. So Young, at least starting out, will be the first guy off the bench for the Aztecs. And the free throws are split by Cobb, now 3 for 4 at the line. Dumped inside, Mark Williams somehow recovers. Wembanyama was not aware that he was on his backside for the most part. Now the Aztecs look to retake the lead. Off the screen, Dylan Young for 3, in and out. Malachi Branham picks up his dribble, time counting down, and Farrell lays it in over Moore. Out to Cobb, deep 3, has yet to hit a field goal. Wemby comes up for the screen, rolls inside, Branham gets it to him as Williams was not paying attention. Top of the key with Young. He drives behind the back, leaves it for Moore. His shot up and out. Ball's tipped up and Wemby tracks it down. Offense has gone cold here for Mexico City. Just over 4 to go in the first quarter. We only have 10 points as Branham is stalled at the rim. Great defense down low by Mark Williams. Dennis spins. What a layup! Quick 3, catch and shoot, and Wembanyama laces it from deep. Catch and shoot for David Dennis, and he answers right back with one of his own. He's off to a hot start. Johnson, a few feet behind the line, can't get it to go. Aztecs look to tie or take the lead here in this possession. 8 boards so far for us, 11 for San Antonio. Kylan Moore has it. John Cobb open again. There's his first buckets. Good handoff. D'Lo hop steps, but can't finish over the very tall Mark Williams. Cobb leaves it for Dennis. He pulls the trigger, can't hit. Moore pulls down the rebound and puts it back in for his third and fourth points. Time winding down. Farrell is going to have to fire. The shot's no good. Dylan Young pulls down the miss. Under 2 to go here in the first quarter. Subs about to come in for the Aztecs to close the quarter. As Cobb finds Dennis. Open. Look, Dennis can't miss. Oh, and by the way, after Greg Popovich retired, the Spurs brought in J.J. Redick as their new head coach. Just an interesting tidbit there as Jalen Duren checks in and draws the shooting foul against Mark Williams. That's the first foul against Mexico City here in this one. Braun ends. Eventually rattles in for Jalen Duren. And he goes 1 for 2. And we're going quick. Up to Jarris Walker for his first points as an Aztec. Vassell into a jump shot, and he absolutely drills it. Good pass. Max Christie misses his first shot attempts. 5 seconds about separate the shot and game clock here to close the first quarter as the Aztecs lead by 2, but Duren makes it, well, it was 4, now it's 2. We will have the final shot of the quarter if we want it. Off the screen, Maxey picks up his dribble, or Christie rather, hands it off. Rozier bricks that one to close the quarter. Low scoring, 24-22, but at least we're in front. The second quarter begins. John Cobb pulls up and drains another triple, his second of the night. Duren has it, top of the key. Branham cuts inside. Cobb's right there with them. Branham has to fire and can't lay it in. Cobb tries again. That one's not going to go. Baseline reverse layup, a bit too strong from Malachi Branham. Isolation for Cobb, working against the much taller Jalen Duren. Cobb lost his dribble, will fire anyways and finish over him. Shot clock counting down again. Really strong defense. Never mind. Dylan Young called for a shooting foul with seconds to spare on the shot clock. They will get a couple of free points, or maybe just the one. Front end no good from Vassell, and he splits them. Cobb draws out Malachi Branham, trying to blow by him, and now a defensive 3-second violation from Jalen Duren will put Cobb at the line for a free throw. And we will get the ball, I believe, too. We'll take it. Just inside the arc. Rozier misses, but Williams throws it back in off the offensive rebounds. And the Aztecs lead blossoms to 9. Good pump fake by Castle. He blows by Rozier, and he has to foul him. Run in for Castle. Rattles in. Mark Williams takes a seat. And for the first time, James Wiseman comes in as David Dennis also back on the court. So we're going to see a lot of different lineups here in this game. Right now it's Dennis, Cobb, Young, Walker, and Wiseman. So 3 backups in right now with our starting backcourt. As Dennis takes the screen, leaves it for Wiseman. Inside for the two-handed flush. Low post, Jalen Duren got by Wiseman, and we have to foul once again. More free throws for the Spurs as Duren gets the first one to drop. The second, not quite as good. Lobbing it for Jarris Walker, going up to get it. Spinning midair, David Dennis picks up the assist. Good cuts by Castle, finishing at the rim. Cobb with it, looks to drive past Vassell, and he draws another foul, the third time he's done that on 3 different players. He's already got 12 points, adding to it early on in this second quarter. He's supposed to be our offensive focal point, and so far, that has come to fruition. Driving, pulling up, Vassell with the deuce. Wiseman has it. Dennis left open, off ball. The 3 rattles out though. But so far, we have seen plenty of open looks. Just got to knock it down a bit more often. But so far, this playbook is looking pretty nice. Here's George downhill. He is fouled by Cobb. That's his first. And the 4th already in the quarter by Mexico City. First free throw, perfect from George. Not too familiar with him, but he has his first points, going 1 for 2. We're trying to go fast. Up to Cobb. The defense recovers. Cobb will still try it and draws another foul. That's number 2 on Vassell. Already seeing that John Cobb is able to draw more fouls than he used to. And the free throws for him are both perfect. Shot clock winding down. They get the ball to Wembanyama. He finds Pharrell for the open trifecta. Young drives inside. Picked up by Green. Can't quite finish through him. On the other end, Vassell behind the arc, bullseye. Backdoor cut, and Cobb can't finish through the contact, but another foul is called. They cannot contain him right now. Living at the free throw line, he is hot from the floor. The free throws once again drop in. Top of the key, Vassell floats it over the hand of Mark Williams. Screen sets. Cobb a few feet behind the arc, can't get it to go. And Wembanyama boxes out Mark Williams for the buckets, or for the rebound rather. Calling for it down low, they get it to Douglas Pharrell. He hands off, Wembanyama has space, 1-point game. We have not seen Kylan Moore so far in this second quarter. With Deion Young in the game as Cobb misses the decent look from downtown. Up ahead, pushing the tempo. Flagler fouled on the take. And these free throws can put the Spurs back in front. The front end is in there. And the back end is good as well, as Kylan Moore back in at the 4. Wiseman takes over at the 5. Williams takes a rest, as does John Cobb. Young drives. Great pass to Wiseman, who misses the pull-up. On the other end, space, and Russell buries the triple. Spurs lead 46-42. And the offense find their rhythm. Dennis behind the arc. Another one drops in from downtown for him. He's been our highest scorer, at least on field goals so far in this one. We have a back-and-forth game underway. Russell fakes a spin, pulls up, and hits another jump shot. Backdoor. Moore hesitates and throws it down. Top of the key screen, rolling inside, deflected. Wemby gets it back and finishes. Dennis has it to tie things up. Not this time. Wemby's calling for it down low against the first overall pick. And he can't finish. Great low post defense. On the other end, Dylan Moore, or Young rather, gets his first field goal to drop in. His first NBA bucket right there. Double screen set up. D'Lo, downhill, fakes, goes up, deflected on the block by David Dennis. Dennis has space and hits another one. Aztecs retake the lead late in the first half. Calling for it again. Wembanyama going right into Wiseman, but he can't finish this time either. Dennis, pass deflected. What a play by Victor Wembanyama to force the turnover, but the Spurs cannot take advantage. A minute and change to go here in the half as Young misses the layup, but Moore pulls down the offensive rebound to keep it alive with the Aztecs. Now he comes over for a screen. Dennis, offense running through him, and why should it not? He's got 20 first half points. Keldon Johnson trying to answer, but he can't. Christie finds Moore on the pick and roll. Kylan Moore, 8 first half points. And only a shot clock left to go in terms of a possession. Cobb, Mark Williams connect, probably won't come back in the game here in the first half. The last shot belongs to Stephon Castle. The three won't go, and we lead at halftime here at home, 56-50. What a start for David Dennis, man. Third quarter begins, folks. Aztecs lead by 6 as Wembanyama already has a double-double in the first half. Cobb has 18 points. As the three won't go, he's now 3 for 10 shooting from the field, but free throws have given him the bulk of his points as Wembanyama rises but cannot connect from downtown. David Dennis, the leading scorer so far in this game with 20 points as both teams have shot around 50% in the first 2 quarters and change of play. Dennis with a great pass down to Williams. Good defense by Williams. Wembanyama has to make a move. Throws it up. Left-handed shot. Still got it to drop. Off the screen. Connects. Has room. Can't hit it, but Williams pulls down the offensive rebound again. Dennis throws it backdoor, but the pass is cut off by Wemby. Dumped again to Wembanyama. He spins, but can't score this time. 1 for 3 start to the quarter for him. Off-ball movement. Here's Cobb behind the arc. Fouled on the 3. They just will not let off this guy. That's got to be 3 free throws this time, right? He's 2 for 8 behind the arc. I said plenty of open shots. Just has not really found his rhythm, but he is drawing fouls left and right. Now he's got over 20 points on the day with 21. From the elbow. Thought about fading away. Now it's left for Russell. Shot clock winding down. He has to fade. That one nearly went. Dennis drives. 3 defenders come over. Williams tracks it down for the putback. Downhill. Russell with a great no-look pass out to Branham, but so far the Spurs have been pretty bad from downtown. Here's Cobb with it. Pass cut off again by Wembanyama. Now 2 steals here in this third quarter, as Russell is fouled hard at the rim. Number 2 against Mark Williams. Last year, D'Lo dropped about 13 points per game, 5 assists, but now is in a starting role in San Antonio as he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Cobb steps into a jump shot, but still can't find his rhythm. Kylan Moore fouled on the second chance field goal attempts. A lot of offensive boards for the Aztecs here in this one so far. Pretty good sign for things to come, I hope, with these 2 7-foot-tall players. As the free throws are both good from the first overall selection. Good handoff, open 3, but Keldon Johnson can't connect on it. Again, the Spurs have been pretty bad from downtown as Dennis takes his time and fires off another shot. He's been so good. Mexico City pulling away here as Pharrell is fouled on the jam. That's the first on Kylan Moore. And Pharrell will cap off the three-point play. Connects with the ball, finds Dennis, another jump shot that he connects on. Man, he has been our best shooter by a country mile so far in this game. Not what I thought was going to happen, but I am here for it. Whatever works, I guess, right? As Pharrell, another bucket at the tin. Spurs shooting 47%. We're at 50%, but we still lead by double digits. Play set up for Dennis. The 3-ball rattles out as Wembanyama pulls down like his 15th or 16th board already here in this one. He's going to have like 20 by game's end. Here's Russell blowing by Dennis. What a move. Cobb driving. Wembanyama rejects the shots. He is the league's best help defender. Gotta watch out if you're driving to the rim here against the Spurs. Time winding down though. Russell, hand in his face. The shot is no good. Now he has a path on the other end, going right up into Castle and drawing the 3rd foul against him. 4th against the Spurs in the quarter. Just over halfway through it. Front end drops in for David Dennis as Moore takes a rest. And Jarris Walker and Dylan Young both check in. Jalen Duren has a seam and is fouled on the strip attempts. 2 free throws once again. First one will drop. And Jalen Duren, 2 for 2. Off-ball sets. Cobb's going to be open, but Dylan Young with a bad screen turns it over. Castle picked up by Dennis. Has to shoot from the elbow. Tipped out, and Dennis comes down with the miss. Up to Jarris Walker. Now to Cobb, and he steps out. What a cut by Vassell and a great feed by Branham. And the Spurs have cut into our lead. It's down to 7. Cobb draws out Vassell. Spins, fires, and hits the shot. They dump it inside, but Walker cuts off the pass for a steal. Fast break, Cobb, the distance. Another foul is called. Aztecs now in the bonus for the rest of the quarter with 4:02 left to go. And they are fouling Cobb every time he touches the basketball. The free throws are good again. During the screen, open 3. No, it's a pass. Cut off by Williams. Bad idea. One-on-one. Cobb leaves it for Young. And one won't go, but another shooting foul against the Spurs. And I'm happy seeing us try to work the ball in transition here as Young bricks the first free throw attempt. And he goes 1 for 2. Downhill into a shot. Branham can't hit. Jump shots not falling right now for San Antonio. Off-ball set for Cobb. Catch and shoot 3 with space. And he buries it. Backdoor cut. And that pass never had a chance to find Vassell. Fast break. The pull-up. Won't drop in for Cobb, but it's tipped out of bounds off of Vassell. Cobb's got it. Baseline drive, and he is drawing a foul like once every 2 minutes of game time. This is absolutely insane. He's going to have like 20, 25 free throws by game's end, like a James Harden kind of a stat line. Interesting development here. Attacking the basket. Keldon Johnson with the nice finish over Walker. But Mexico City leads 81-66. Just under 2.5 to go. Cobb throws up a shot that is denied by Devin Vassell. And now Branham, or Johnson rather, is fouled on the drive. 4th on the Aztecs here in the quarter. Front ends. Good from Keldon Johnson. He goes 2 for 2. Shot clock winding down. Cobb's got to make something happen. His step back triple is off the mark. San Antonio has to jack it up. Vassell's deep 3-point attempts won't drop in. Rozier steps back. The 3's good, plus the foul. Malachi Branham with his first. And a 4-point play on the way for Scary Terry. Dumped inside to Payton. He picks up his dribble and is called for a violation. With Wemby off the court, we have taken full advantage, and adding to our lead is James Wiseman off the Scary Terry assist. Wemby came out, and we have gone on quite the run here to close the third quarter. We lead by 19 points. As Payton gets back door and gets the and one to drop in. Third foul goes against Jarris Walker. And the free throw is good. Good pass. Walker open look. It's off the mark. Last play of the third. Duran shrugs off Wiseman, but it is no good. 87-71 Mexico City pulling away here with 1 quarter left to go. We're going to stay in here and watch the entire thing. First shot of the fourth quarter comes from Josh Green, the former Aztec. It's no good. Connects, attacks the basket between 2 defenders. What a take. The hoop and the harm. And the free throw will give us 90. That inside to Jalen Duran. Spinning. Wiseman right there with him. Shooting off the rim. Time counting down. Vassell. Really tough shot. Christie with a hand right there in his face. Rozier leaves it for Wiseman, who pounds it in. Our largest lead so far at 21. We have all the backups except for Connect currently in. So Wiseman, Christie, Walker, and Rozier as Payton throws down the reverse jam. He's been pretty solid so far, but with Wemby off the court again, the Spurs just cannot keep up. Screen from Wiseman. Connects with the 3. No good. And somehow Jalen Duran finds the board before Wiseman does. They push the tempo, but Wiseman rejects it. Rozier on the pick and roll again. Wiseman continues to rock the rim. Branham, guarded by Rozier, has to force a deep shot up, and no good. Off-ball screen set for Connect. Green gets around it and connects. Steps out. David Dennis and Dylan Young have checked in for Mexico City here with 9 to play. Branham guarded well. And they just cannot find any open looks right now as Branham has to shoot. And he got it. Backdoor to Christie. Rejected by Jalen Duren, out of bounds. It'll stay with Mexico City. Wembanyama and Kylan Moore back in the game as David Dennis draws the second against Malachi Branham. First one, no good from David Dennis. But plenty of free throws so far for the Aztecs, have us leading by 20 points. Driving and fouls. Oh, this does feel like a true NBA game, folks, with all these free throw attempts. We've drawn way more fouls than them, but they've had their fair share. Moore wants it inside. Jalen Duren picks him up. Back on him down. Moore goes up. Nearly got the hand one. Another foul is called. The Spurs just could not keep their hands to themselves. Front ends. Good from the rookie. And he goes 2 for 2. Backdoor to Wembanyama on the screen. He can't put it back in. And Moore boxes out for the rebounds. And the pass from Young is cut off on the other side by Farrell. He goes coast to coast as Darius Walker is called for his 4th foul. And the free throw will cut our lead to 17. Screen sets. Space for Young. The 3 rattles out. Only 1 field goal so far for Dylan Young. He's about 1 for 5, 1 for 6 or so from the field here. Keldon Johnson floats it. Spinning jam from Wemby. Another screen. Christie finds Dennis. Has to shoot a contested shot. It's no good. Going to work down low. Good defense by Moore so far. Wemby lost the dribble. Can't finish. You love these top of the key screens. Dennis, good pass. Open look. Young. Ofer from behind the arc. They keep feeding Wembanyama, but so far, he's been kind of locked down here in the 4th as Young, another miss from downtown. He's not the best three-point shooter, but he's not afraid to let it fly. Farrell fading away, absolutely drains it. Now it's Moore down low. He is fouled by Wembanyama. We've got like 30 free throws so far and have hit over 90% of them. John Cobb, Connect, Williams all back in. Starting 5 out there to close the last 450 of opening nights. He's calling for it again. Now up against Mark Williams. Left for Johnson. John Cobb nearly stole it. Shot clock counting down. No foul is called. Wemby flies in for the second chance points. This game's not quite over. Our lead has been cut down to 12 now. Offense has gone rather cold here these last couple of trips as Mark Williams leaves the fadeaway shorts. Lobbed and deflected out of bounds. They'll stay with the Spurs. Farrell has it jarred loose, out of bounds, off of Farrell. A great job by Moore to jar it loose. Lobbing it, snatched out of thin air by Wembanyama. Fast break, Farrell can't lay it in. Good defense down low by Dalton Connect. We still are hanging on to a 12-point lead. Under 3.5 to go, can the offense find their rhythm here to close the game? Here's Dennis, nailing it off the Cobb assist. Left for Wemby, just floating it up and in. Timeout, Mexico City. Nice spin move, but Dennis then lost the ball. Castle brings it up. Goes right up against John Cobb, and he is called for his second shooting foul. Not happy with that call. It's Cobb as the first free throw is up and good. Been a pretty slow-paced game for the most part, but a couple of fast breaks will lead to a couple of fouls either way, as Castle will split them. And now he turns it over. Castle cuts off the pass. Another fast break. Wembanyama with the tough buckets. It's down to 10. The door is still slightly open for San Antonio. Shot clock under 5. Aztecs draining some clock here. Dennis pulls up. It's no good. Under 2 minutes left to go. Russell denied by the first overall pick, Kylan Moore. Now a mismatch down low. Moore draws a double but finishes over them instead. Wembanyama fades off the glass and good. Gotta find a shot. Cobb blows by Castle and got the bucket to drop. What a play. Into a shot. D'Lo, no good. Wembanyama rises up for the putback jam. But this game is probably out of reach now, you would have to think, for the San Antonio Spurs. Dennis to Williams with the stamp. The Aztecs take opening night 108-96. We are 1-0 to open year 4. Really good defense for the most part this game, and really good offense, drawing plenty of fouls, hitting some nice open looks, and the Stars were out to play here in this one. The backcourt leads us to the victory with some great role-playing help from a couple of rookies. The guards lead the way as they drop 30 plus. Cobb only shoots 33%, but does shoot 18 free throws and makes all but one of them. David Dennis, 30, 3 and 5. He was our best shooter on the court. Kylan Moore in his first ever action, 16 points, 9 boards, plus a block. He goes 5 for 7 and perfect at the charity line. Mark Williams, 8 and 12, 4 for 5. Wiseman, 4 for 5. Walker, 2 for 3. Dylan Young missed a lot of field goal attempts, and I was hoping for some more cutter plays from him, but didn't really see that hardly at all here in this one. But we take it by 12 points despite 20 and 20 from Victor Wembanyama. But as I mentioned, pretty slow-paced game. Neither team takes more than 80 shots here in this one, but plenty of free throws across the board. Threes, not very good for either team, but we do get, well, not more assists or anything, but they actually beat us in terms of points to the paint and bench points and assists, but we do beat them in second chance points, and we did control the glass here in this one, actually pretty handily, because they missed more shots than we did, I guess, but still, pretty good job right there. Only 3 steals, not quite as much as some people were expecting from us here in this one, but we do come out on top. We were in control for most of this game. That will just about do it here in this one, folks. Who do you want to see us play next? You guys want to see Denver once again? They still have Nikola Jokic, but their roster is a bit different than the last couple of seasons. Could be a good matchup for both Mark Williams and Kylan Moore against the Joker. Or we could see somebody else like the Kings, so we have yet to watch a game against so far. in the series, I believe. Could be a fun game against Sabonis and Trae Young. Up to y'all, but we are a perfect 1-0 to start Tier 4. Pretty good start. Do not want to overreact, but things looked pretty good there in that game at least, especially on defense. That will be it, guys. Thanks for watching as always. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave your feedback down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Have a great day.